Hi everything! How you doing?
Why don't you let us be?
How you guys doing? I do hope you're well and surviving through this corona mess, and yeah, we will see better days lie ahead. And yeah, thank you guys for watching my previous video, and please do like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any content. And yeah, so today's video is basically going to be a story time of my journey of becoming, and following the advice video that I gave. I basically was supposed to give or make it an advice video plus a story time, but it became too long and I got too carried away with the advice. So I'm going to make the short video about my journey of becoming, and I'm going to be giving you guys a detailed video of my life from university days until now. So from the time that I graduated until now, yeah. So like I said in the previous video, or like I don't know which video is going to come first, so let me just yeah. So basically my journey of becoming my journey of becoming began in 2016 after university, and I basically graduated from the University of Derby. Well, I graduated from BAC with the University of Derby qualification in accounting and finance. I got a 2:2 degree in accounting and finance, and I went on in the year 2017 to do ACCA, which is a professional course. And yeah, accounting was never really my passion. I never really liked numbers ever. My math was always bad because I really didn't like maths, and all the time when I don't like something, I never achieve well in it because I always just excel in things that I put my mind and heart to, and math was definitely not one of those things. My theory was just always sky high. So I guess that should have been a pointer and an indication that I'd one day grow and become an author, right? Yeah. So basically, I finished my degree in accounting and finance, and during my postgraduate studies, I really realized that this is not for me and I'm unhappy, and I had to make a decision that was going to sort of set the tone for my entire life, because Ghana life after university now becomes real. Whatever decisions you make after university, after your first degree, go on to become the rest of your life. So I basically had to reach the conclusion that I don't want to continue with my postgraduate study, mainly because I felt like I didn't want to be doing accounting for the rest of my life, because I wouldn't want to be stuck in routine work, because accounting really is routine work. You're just crunching the numbers every single day, you're processing invoices, or you're doing purchase orders, or whatever it is. I just didn't find it intriguing enough for it to be my career for the rest of my life. So I basically decided to tell my parents that I don't want to continue with this accounting thing. Yeah, but basically I got asked questions, and thank God I was just adamant, and I had reached a conclusion within myself that I don't want to continue. So when they asked, I told them I don't want to continue, and I stated my reasons, and they were skeptical about it. They'd rather have had me continue with the course instead of just jumping ship and not continuing it. But I had to stay true to myself, and I had to do what I felt was right, and which was jumping ship, right? Yeah. So I jumped ship and moved on. But here's the thing, I had no idea what I was going to do. From there on, my life was just literally gambling. And then I jumped ship in 2018. My last exam was in 2018. I think in October, September, yeah. My last examination was in September, and it was, yeah, I passed the exam, but I was now left with 3 papers. And the thing about ACCA is you need to go on and sort of like sit 3 years in an organization in order for you to charter, and I didn't want that. I didn't want to give away 3 years of my life just to earn a qualification in a degree that I'm not even passionate about. So I took the decision and I jumped ship and I abandoned my accounting journey, and I was like, what now? Literally for the next year, I was not doing nothing, but I was touching here and there, but I was basically just gambling and experimenting with entrepreneurship, right? Because I did the weirdest things. And I think the one thing that you need to be able to do and be content with is doing the less prestigious things in the start of your entrepreneurship journey, because though I have a goal and though I had a goal, I didn't have the money to be able to live that goal. My dream is to become a TV producer, and you know what Tyler Perry is doing? Yeah, Tyler Perry levels. That's what I want to do. Or the Fergusons. Let me just bring it to Africa. The Fergusons, right? That's the type of work that I'm aiming for, and that's the type of work that I will do in the future. But I sort of needed to find something that would sustain me in the time being, because I had no means of income, right? I had no source of income after I announced that move, because now there was no need for my parents to give me money, because they had been giving me money for as an allowance, to take me to school for toiletries and stuff like that. So after I announced my move, they're like, oh, okay, so you mean Oshap, right? I was like, yeah, I get sharp, but I was not sharp, but I had to, I was just like, you know what, God, I'm doing this, and I'm sorry to put you in such a position, God, but you are gonna need to see me through, because I have no idea what I'm doing. I really didn't have I had no idea what I was doing when I quit my accounting journey midway. But I always have this thing where I just believe that God would never take me or impress something so deep in my heart if He was not planning on prospering me through it. So I just always believed that if I had this deep desire of moving and jumping ship from accounting, then there was certainly something greater waiting for me, and it was just calling me. And basically, the first thing I did was sell sunglasses. I had 200 pula. I went to a rental plaza and I bought sunglasses. I think they were 20 pula each. I don't remember quite well. Yeah, they were 20 pula each. So I got no. How many sunglasses did I get? Did I get 10? I got more than 10. I think they were 20 pula each. And then I had an extra money, so I topped up and then I got more sunglasses, right? But yeah, basically I was selling sunglasses. I sold sunglasses for 60 pula when I bought them for 20 bucks. So yeah, I sold those and they popped off. People bought. I got good taste, so yeah. But yeah, I sold sunglasses. I'd deliver the sunglasses. Thank God I had a car. I would deliver the sunglasses, and yeah, my money doubled, my money tripled, and before I knew it, I was in the sunglass business. But I just knew that it wasn't for me. I just don't like being at the mercy of people like that. Yeah, I don't like being at the mercy of people, thought that. So the sunglass thing didn't last. I moved on to t-shirts. I had patches of arts t-shirts that I was selling. Those sold out. My mother also helped me get a huge bulk order, but I don't even know what I did with that money. I when you're a young entrepreneur, the one thing that you're gonna need to teach yourself is financial discipline, because money is money is a tricky thing. Money can come in abundance, but you need to remember that there will be dry days where the money is not coming. So you need to save in your time of abundance, and you need to make sure that you account and you spend that money wisely. Don't spend unnecessarily. The money is here, so I'll just spend and get another paycheck the next time. How long is the next time going to be? You don't even know. So the one thing that you're going to need to learn is how to respect money and how to develop a healthy relationship with money as a young entrepreneur. Yeah. So basically, I sold the t-shirts. I don't remember what I did with the money. That was in the year 2018. Yeah, the t-shirts did well. People placed all their orders. My mother helped me with getting a bulk order as well. That happened. And I think with the money from the t-shirts, I don't know, man. I don't know what I did with it. I don't even want to lie. But yeah, fast forward to the year 2019. This was now when I started reading the book, The Year of Yes, where I was now a published author. I wrote a book. When I wrote my book, I honestly didn't think much of it. I was just venting, I was just venting, and it was the year 2018, and I just wanted something to show for that year end. I just wanted to show, okay, I did something at least in 2018. And for me, thought it's a lot. Because I had just come out of school. Actually, I stopped my accounting journey in 2017. Yeah, I stopped in 2017, and then in 2018, that was my 23rd birthday in June. Just before my 23rd birthday, I decided, you know what, I need something. I had been out of school for so long and not doing anything with my life that I felt like, I just felt like, people have just given up on me, and what am I doing with my life? I had given up on myself. I was even considering going back to accounting, because nothing was just matching, nothing was merging, nothing was happening. I had nothing to show. Yeah. Even when my parents asked me what I was doing with my life, I didn't know, and it was just starting to get to me. So basically, I wrote the book in the year 2018, 27. No, what year are we? 20? Oh yeah, 2018, right? Just before my 23rd birthday. And the reason why I did that is because I have always had this dream of being married by 23. I always thought I'd be married by 23, and yeah, I just had this rosy thing of just, yeah. I thought I'd be married with a Ferrari and a paycheck, and So I did that. I wrote the book. I was just venting about things like friendship, parental pressure, depression, social media. You really need to read that book because it speaks to every single 20-something year old, and it speaks to me so much. And I think that was the genesis of my purpose and the genesis of what I needed to become. God was leading me to where I am right now through that book. Sharp. I published the book in the year 2017. It launched and everything was sharp, everything was good. But now in 2018, sorry. In 2019 now things were starting, because I get now the excitement of the book launch had passed. So now I had to get the book out there. That's when I was battling with self-sabotage, holding the book back because I thought, people are gonna judge, people are gonna pull the bonang on me. That was my greatest fear. I did not want that. So I thought people were gonna pull the bonang on me, so I held the book back and all of that. And yeah, it just basically took me a while before I could finally acknowledge the greatness that is Chronicles of a 20-something year old. People would give me reviews and I'd be like, you're joking, right? I didn't believe it, honestly. I just thought they were just kidding and they just wanted me to be in the firing line of ridicule, But yeah, I moved on, and then in the year 2019, that's when I started publishing. So here's how my publishing journey began, right? Because people knew that I was a published author, another author reached out to me and he asked, oh, hi, I'm trying to publish my novel. Can you help? I was like, yeah, sure. I'm like, yeah, sure. I don't have anything that I'm doing right now. So I just took his book, but I did tell him that I have no idea what I'm doing. I have no idea what publishing means, or okay, I do know how to source out errors and I'm good with my vocabulary in my English, so I could help, but I did tell him that, in case this is not up to standard, don't blame me. But I took the book, he trusted me with it. So shout out to Lesego, man. He was the foundation, he was the genesis. His book was the genesis of my journey, and I'm really grateful for him for giving me that opportunity to explore through his book, because it was a serious thing, hey? So I basically just charged him I just charged him 500 gula, just from the top of my head. I was like, let me just charge him $500. I mean, I had no source of income, and I didn't really need money because I was just always home, but I did need the money because I needed to show my parents that I know what I'm doing, and I just needed to show, I did the book, and I was impressed. He was so impressed. I think he paid me more. He did actually pay me more than what I charged him, and he was just grateful. He went on to put his book on Amazon. It was all good. He put it on social media that I had helped him with the book, and guess what? I got a client who is not even from Botswana. He is based outside of Botswana, but he's overseas, you know. I did his book, and then I did another author's book. I basically did Rowena's book, and she reached out to me. She was like, "Oh, my publisher has, you know, abandoned me and stuff. I need help. I don't know what I'm doing, but the book is launching soon." And that reminded me of my story, because just before my book launch, I found out that my publisher had done nothing to my book, but I had already bound myself to the venue, and because it was given to me for free, you know, I was just like, yo, I need to do something about this, and I need to do it fast. So I basically just did my own book cover, edited my book, did all the things, everything, you know. So that's where I got the foundation of editing. But through Leseho's book, I was able to apply it to another person's book, a client, right? So in Rowena's book, I was basically just helping her put together a complete book. We did that, and the book launch was good, was great, the coverage was good. And then she was just like, "Oh my God, thank you so much," which she still does to date. And because of that appraisal, you know, I've gotten so many more clients from that. And I think the one thing that you need to be careful of, or you need to make sure that you perfect as an entrepreneur, is your relationship with people, your relationship with your clients. Treat your clients like a business card, you know. I don't want to believe that there's any person who will not brag about a good product that they've interacted with, you know. You don't even need to pay for a recommendation, because somebody will be like, "Oh, someone helped me with this and that." Just like me right now. I read The Year of Yes, and because I read The Year of Yes in a time of my life that I needed the help in The Year of Yes, I'm giving it to you guys for free, you know? I'm giving you guys that type of advice for free. And I'm giving you guys this advice for free by Gary, you know? It's about helping you stop sabotaging yourself, because these are good products that I've interacted with. And the bulk of I don't even have a business card, which I should do actually. I don't have a business card. The bulk of my clients came from recommendations. You know, somebody was like, "Oh, I know this girl. She does really good. She's good. She does this. She helped me." And then they showed them their work. And then the other person got interested and they contacted me. And then that developed into relationships, a relationship chain. So the one thing that you need to perfect as an entrepreneur is your relationship with people. Your clients are your business card, and they're your greatest and most effective business card, right? Sharp. So now fast forward from Rowena's book, it just became one book after the other. I was just doing people's books, and I think the one thing that I had a problem with, or a challenge with, was pricing, right? Because I mean, I started with 500 bula, but I've always been the person that I will charge you for what I'm worth, right? At the time that I was charging 500 bula, I was honestly worth 500 bula because I was not sure what I was doing. I did not know what I was doing actually. So I didn't think it was fair for me to charge people 10,000 or whatever thousands if I was not sure what I was doing. So I was just charging him 500 bula just to say I was paid for the work, you know. And then fast forward to Rowena's book, I also didn't charge a huge amount because I mean, I wasn't sure what I was doing still. You know, I was still building myself. So you need to be able to, as an entrepreneur, you need to be in the like initial phases of your journey. You need to know that it's not all about money. It's about building relationships and building a brand. Once you've built your brand, I'm telling you, your brand will work for you and it will make you all the money that you want. Don't start with making it about money first, because the minute that somebody feels like they've paid too much, then what you've done is a problem for you, you know? Because I've always had that thing where people always feel like, "Oh man, you charged me less, I should have paid you more, you know, you did so well." And you know what I mean? It's a good feeling. It's a satisfying feeling for somebody to say that to you, because you know, and you can rest assured that this person will go on and tell another person about the good work that you did. So do not take people for granted. Build your brand. Focus on building your brand. You know, even if you have to do pro bono work, do it. You know, just as long as you know that it's reaching you and it's leading you to a greater vision, a greater path, and a greater everything. Don't make it all about money. It's not all about money, man. People always feel like, "Oh man, I should have paid you more," and that's a really satisfying feeling. So yeah, fast forward now, the year is 2020. I have managed to establish myself as a publisher. I've managed to establish my brand. I've managed to cement myself in the industry. And yeah, the one thing that will give you so much confidence is knowing that you're really, really, really good at what you're doing, and you're really sure of what you're doing, because then it's like you don't even care what your competitors are doing. You're just focused on improving on whatever you are doing, whatever you've started, and just making sure that when people think publishing, you're the first person that they think of. There might be cheaper people out there might be more expensive people out there might be more experienced people out there, but if you're really, really good at what you're doing, no matter how much you charge, you will always get a client. Yeah, because everybody wants to work with a lucrative brand, and everybody wants to work with somebody that is reliable, somebody that is worth associating with, right? Remember that when people come to you as clients, they are associating with you, so they are basically endorsing you. So they are associating with you, and they are associating their own brands with your brand. So yeah, you need to remember that at all times. So yeah, basically the year is 2020, and I have cemented myself as a publisher. I have figured out the pricing because I've gained worth as a publisher. People have seen my worth. I have worked to show my worth, and yeah, the aim now is just to diversify, and the aim now is just to hire. The aim now is just to fly higher. And the one thing that I'm so proud of is that finally, remember, I jumped ship from my accounting course in 28. Let me calculate simply. In 2017, that's when I jumped ship from my accounting, right? My last examination was in September 2017. I wrote my book in the year 2018 in June, right? It launched in November 2018. In the year 2019, that's when I started with my first publishing client. This is now the year 2020, where I'm now established. I'm now happy. I now have a career. I am now a full-blown publisher. I've helped over 20 authors with their books just within this year alone. And the one thing that I'm just always, always, always grateful for is that God's grace is always sufficient for me. I'm getting so emotional right now. God's grace has always been so sufficient for me. And whenever I think that I've reached rock bottom, he just comes and yanks me out and just puts me out there. And it's always like, God, I see you, and I know that this was you, because it could never have been me. Because, I mean, what do I know? I don't even know what I'm doing to begin with, I don't even know. I haven't even studied for the work that I'm doing right now, but there are people that have studied for it. There are people that are qualified academically for it. Yet me, little old me, who didn't even know what they're doing, is here and is at the forefront. That's something that I don't take for granted. My relationship with God, man, God, I'm God's favorite girl, man. I don't know about you, but I'm God's favorite child. And the secret is, I will tell you my secret, né? The secret to my success is the fact that I remember a time when I was unemployed and I was just tired of just always dropping my CV. I uttered a word and I said, God, if you establish me in my, but I didn't say if, I said, God, I will serve you with my talent. And as I serve you with my talent, please establish me through it. Oh, the one thing I forgot to mention is the fact that just before I jumped into publishing, I jumped into photography, right? And in the year that I was doing photography, for like the first time, I didn't even have any proper references. One of my church mates asked me to shoot their wedding. I did. And then from her wedding, she put out the pictures that I shot, right? And then another person who was also getting married the next year, I think, also asked me to shoot their wedding. So that was the second wedding. And then it was just a chain, right? So I'm not kidding, guys. Your clients are your greatest business cards. Everything I've ever done in the creative industry has popped off, and that is how I know that I'm supposed to be doing the creative industry work. I did photography, it popped off. I did publishing, it popped off. So God is just basically telling me that this is where your grace is at. This is where my grace is at, and this is where I serve God at. In church, I serve in the media department, and I have a pact with God where I was like, God, if you prosper me in my talents, I will certainly do you right in your work. And regardless of how I'm feeling on that day, I show up and I do the work. And I think that's always been my secret. So yeah, that is basically my story. Oh yeah, I have moved out of home just from doing books, right? People asked me to do like the costing and the viability of publishing in Botswana. I will do that in my upcoming videos, but I need mention that I have moved out of home successfully. I've been living by myself for the past, since February. Yeah, I've been living by myself since February, and I just like to give a shout out to my parents for raising me well, because I've survived on my own, Yeah, I'm a product of their teachings and everything. So yeah, just from the publishing, I only do publishing full time. So yeah, peace. Remember to follow your passion all the time. Do what you feel is right, regardless of how much it's gonna make you. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Please do subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you can be reminded when the next video is coming, or be alerted when the next video comes about. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and yeah, remember that comparison is the thief of joy. Never compare your progress to another person, because to another person speed might be granted, but to another person they might need to gain momentum before they are granted speed. So yeah, just because your chapter 1 is longer than another person's chapter doesn't mean that you're failing at life. There's no such thing as failing in life. There's no such thing as you have to have achieved this and that before a certain age. Just do it at your own pace. It's your own race. We're doing our 20s at our own pace, baby. Peace. I hope that the good Lord keeps you, and yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Bye everything. Bye best friend. Peace. Please do like and subscribe, and remember to share the link with your friends so that we can all just link up and help each other through these 20s. Peace. My name is Tito, and it's been a pleasure talking to you. Chit chat done. Bye everything.